Today, I got the one and only Big Bear right next to me, and we're gonna give you guys a little walkthrough of an NFL draft since, NFL's right around the corner and we're fired up over here. So, as you can see our screens down below, we're about to join a contest. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna create a custom contest. And I have Devin on my friends list here, unfortunately. We're virtual friends, not real friends, but for the case of this video, I'm gonna take you guys on a little walkthrough how to create a contest and then actually get in the draft with one of your friends. So first off, Devin's not gonna have to do anything on his screen, but on mine, I'm gonna go up here and click this Create Contest button. Once you've done that, you can choose to either create a contest with a group of people, or if you're doing it with a couple friends outside of a group, you can do it right here like this. So since it's only Devin and I'm gonna do a friend contest, and then I'm gonna search Ownersbox Devin right there. So you see I've now queued him up to the selected side, and there's two of us. Hit next. I'm gonna do NFL is back, let's call it that. We're gonna do, you can pick your filters, of course. So for this case, we're doing NFL, 2 entrants. We're gonna do Ownersbox, because we're not actually putting money on this, but one day, hopefully we will. Yeah. But we'll just do, since how many Ownersbox do you have? Not much, so we'll just do 5.
You knew exactly how many I had.
Yeah, we're gonna draft, so we're gonna do the draft. You're able to do scheduled drafts or also when filled. Just since we're both sitting right next to each other, we're gonna do a when filled draft. And then once you're at this page, you can read the details of the contests and obviously create it once you're ready. So now that I've created it, you can see on Devin's screen that it will pop to his invited tab. And then once I've invited him and he's accepted, as he's about to do right now, the contest will then jump to upcoming and you'll see this draft starting soon, a little notification here. And then it will eventually pop up on your screen, you're able to enter. So go ahead and enter, Dev. So here's the draft. I got first pick. Let's go.
I'm happy with that.
So just a little strategy. Obviously, with our weekly format, it's off a games played metric. But in the NFL, there's only 1 game per week, obviously. So, I like to lean for strategy-wise. I like to go running backs early, of course. Every one of our leagues is PPR format. So the McCaffreys, the Ezekiel Elliott's, the Kamaras of the world are really high draft picks in our format. And also quarterbacks are very valued in our format as well, because a passing touchdown is also 6 points, not 4 like a lot of leagues people are used to. So I like to look running back / quarterback early. Dev, what about you? You kind of lean the same way?
2-man leagues is a little bit more interesting. Usually I like to go with just try and get as many players at the number 1, 2 rank at their position as possible. So I won't necessarily favor any position. I'll just go after the best player available mostly, but to fill a certain position.
So are you one of those guys that builds their queue? Like in a 2-man, obviously it's, the talent pool is really high, so you're gonna get really, really good players. But I know for myself, I'm already building my queue here, as you can see. I'm just gonna say what my first pick is. I'm taking McCaffrey against the Raiders week 1. I don't think you can go wrong there. Since it's only a 2-person contest, just Dev and I, the contest spans 1 week. So I'm only picking for week 1. So I like McCaffrey against the Raiders. You can't go wrong with that pick. The draft has not started yet, but since we're having a little fun with this, I've already told him who I'm going to pick.
It's a no-brainer, McCaffrey right now, this league, and what we're walking into, really. So.
Yeah, but for me, I'm a big NFL guy. I like to dive into the stats. So if you click on a player's name, you're obviously able to see his previous season stats, his scouting report, some player information on him. Also, the recent news, Kamara here for this example, and you'll get pretty much up-to-date stats information to help you actually make your pick. So I like to live in the player card personally, just because I know a lot about NFL, but it's always nice to see updated news stories, anything relevant for the players that I want to take. So that's why I always live in the player card, and also build my queue, just in case Devin here checks my screen and tries to take one of my players that I'm queued.
I don't think I need to take any of your players. I think I'll do just fine on my own.
So the draft starts in 40 seconds. I'm gonna guess who you're gonna pick. I'm gonna guess you're gonna take Lamar Jackson as your quarterback. I already know that. I think you lean Ravens. Aren't you a Ravens guy?
Big Ravens.
Big Ravens guy. I already saw you have Justin Tucker on the screen. You're queuing him. But now I might take him just to troll you. But yeah, interesting strat. But honestly, I've already, as you guys can see here, I've built my queue up pretty solidly for the first couple rounds. Looking at some receivers, I like to pair. I know this is a pretty generic strat, but I like to pair my QB with a top receiver. I think that's more easily done in our 2-man formats than it is, a 4-teamer, an 8-teamer, or a 16-teamer. But yeah, I like to look for that early, obviously. But as I said before, now it's starting. But as I was saying earlier, always look running back QB early. That's definitely in our format what you want to look for.
High value picks.
Yeah. So as I said, I already told him who I'm taking. I got McCaffrey. No need to check his stats, even though I'll just show you a little demo here. I'm going to draft McCaffrey. Lock it in. I'm also going to smack talk Devin because you're trash.
Well, while you're doing that, I think you hit it bang on. I am going to take Lamar Jackson. I think that's somebody that always overdoes their projection every single week. And to get the best player at wide receiver as well, I'm going to take Michael Thomas.
Nice. So for my pick now, so you can see one of the coolest features of our draft is you can actually see the other person's lineup. And in this case, since there's only 2 teams, Devin and I, and he already picked a quarterback and you only have 1 quarterback slot, I do not need to pick Patrick Mahomes until the last pick of the draft. So that's a really good strategy if you're really self-aware and you like to dig into other teams here. As you can see the results tab, click through the lineups, dive into it, see who has who, and you can really build up an advantage that way. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna move him down my queue. And I'm gonna go for a running. I got 2 picks in a row, so I'm going running back receiver for sure. I'm gonna take Saquon. Didn't want Kamara there, and then I'm gonna go with Tyreek Hill, of course. Since I'm already picking Mahomes, gotta go with Tyreek there. Don't love the Texans secondary as this year, anyways.
Now, same comment that Sandy just made about the quarterbacks. He's now picked 2 running backs, so I haven't picked one yet, but I know that I can wait till my very last 2 picks to take my running backs.
Comes full circle, eh?
But I am going to load up my wide receiver tab just because I know he needs to take another one, so I'm going to go...
Don't you dare pick who I think you are. Look at my screen and yours. This is a...
Devontae Adams is coming. Oh, I put him in my queue by accident, but he is going to be on Team OB Devin.
Damn, you got another pick. What are you looking at? So I'm looking at your lineup here. You got 2 receivers, no running backs. You said you're not taking running backs. So where do you lean next?
I'm going straight to tight end. There is 2 of them. That are going to be pretty on par with each other. So I think both those Kittle and Kelsey are going to have shootout weeks. So
yeah, I'm going to.
Kittle.
Oh, little do you know, I took Mahomes as my quarterback, so I got Tyreek Hill. Now I got Kelsey. I'm not going to pick him yet, but I'll throw him in my queue. So I got. If the Chiefs are playing, that you're going to be screwed if they go off. That's all I got to say. So I also like Mark Andrews, but you can't go wrong. I cannot pick him over Kelsey, to be honest.
Yeah.
You should have picked Andrews. You have Lamar. Why didn't you do that?
I don't like to handcuff my players because I think that there's so much value in a 2-man league that it's rather like I'm going to get value out of Kittle and Jackson. If I handcuff Andrews and Jackson and for some reason they have a bad week, then I'm just sacrificing.
So I'm looking at your team here. I'm going to throw a curveball. I'm going to pick Darius Leonard because you already have.
Yeah, okay.
You have two receivers and I need to fill one. You have a tight end. So those are positions I already have to fill. So I might as well just go with Darius Leonard here.
That's I think we'll see a lot of that is going.
Yeah, it's sneaky.
The IDP.
I wouldn't do it, but the thing is, I wouldn't go that early. But just because I'm looking at your lineup here.
But in a 2-man league, I've taken players that you can't.
Yeah, we're countering each other, and I think there's a lot of strategy in 2-man that people don't put together. Like once you get used to our weekly format, you can actually really game the system on both ends.
Yeah.
Right. So it makes it a little more fun. I know a lot of people like bigger leagues, but 2-man, there's still a ton of strategy that goes into it in the draft room at least. So looking at your squad here, you already have a tight end receiver. I don't need to pick a QB. I don't need to pick a tight end. I don't need to pick a receiver. Do I dare pick Justin Tucker?
It's not as if I already had him on my screen or anything. Lovely.
So I'm looking, but again, I'm picking the top kicker. You can't go wrong with him. I know Butker and him are 1, 2.
I think we're going to start spamming IDPs here real quick. I'm going to go Leighton Vander Esch.
He's a beast.
Him and Darius Leonard, I think, are
you got another pick,
same
bud?
caliber. Oh, yes, I do. Thank you.
You're not going to respond to my chat. I was smack talking you.
Oh, I'll get there. I'm going to take out... do I like Quan Alexander?
He's an athlete. He's a beast. Can't go
Jamal
wrong. Honestly,
Adams just for the
historically looking at individual defensive players in our format, we're big IDP. I was never a big fan of it originally, and I was always team defense guy. But when I got to Ownersbox, I felt that our weekly format was awesome with IDP, and we've gotten a ton of great feedback on that through our beta test. So I think it adds a layer of strategy, don't you think, versus just picking a team D.
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
It's just pretty basic in that regard, right? So let's see. You have tight end. I could pick another.
You got me first time on a Mac here. I'm trying to type this out just to.
Okay, so let's see. I'm a Fred Warner guy. I love Fred Warner. Pride of San Diego, California, right there. Can't go wrong with him. And then let's see. Another defense for sure. You know, I'm gonna go with. I'm taking Quan Alexander. Why not? 2 SF guys. They're bringing the pain week 1.
I am going to gamble a little bit on my last defensive spot.
You took Jamal Adams. I was low-key looking for him. I didn't know you took him.
I'm going Chase Young, the Predator. I think he's going to have an incredible season, rookie season.
Chase Young, yeah. Have you seen those practice videos of him just eating those offensive linemen?
He's a lot bigger than I thought he was going into the draft.
Yeah, I knew he was a beast, but... So yeah, just another feature. As I said, we're filling games here. We got 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 kicker, and 3 D. So again, you really want to pay attention to who everyone else in the draft is taking, and that will really, tell you who you want to take in response. So as I said, Devin's filled. So what I need is a quarterback here. I need a receiver and a tight end, and Devin already has all those positions. So again, I can pick in any real order I want here.
Yeah.
I'll just do it while I pick Mahomes. Take my guy, and then I'm going to take, receiver-wise, I'm going to wait on a receiver. I'll just take, because I don't know for sure who I want to take. I'm going to take Kelsey. Mahomes, Kelsey. I got Mahomes 8th round. I got Kelsey 9th round. Pretty solid. Now, you'll see that in 2 minutes once people figure out strategy, but, having played the platform with NFL for now almost a month or so, I really found what I like to do, and I think you've got it down too as one of our status updaters.
Definitely. I think with the PPR format, having Cook and Kamara in there is going to be a big deal for me.
The Packers are going to shut Cook down though this year. No
Cook
cap.
was saying something like last year he had like 50 catches. He was saying he's going to go off for like 75 this year. All right, looking forward to it.
Who you got?
Harrison Butker. They're either going to score a lot.
I was going to take that. If you took Tucker, I was taking Butker. So I'm already locked down. I got 1, 2, 3 Chiefs already, 2 49ers. So
I don't know what these projections are going to look like. I took a lot of.
So this is going to be an interesting pick for me. I only need 1 week. I'm not good. So I see Hopkins plays San Francisco. I'm not taking him against San Fran.
You're looking for a wide receiver.
I'm going to take. God, this is.
Who's?
Do I dare take Chris Godwin?
No. You don't know what that offense is going to be yet. You can anticipate it being good, but
Julio.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with Julio. I saw him in all white unis. They look fresh. Do you see those?
No, I haven't.
And this is one of my favorite parts. Obviously when there's more than 2 people, it's more interesting. But
coin toss.
I'm projected higher than Devin. Obviously, projections don't mean shit really in our format. But here's the screen where you can dive into your draft results. See who everyone picked. I can make fun of Dev for picking someone early if he picked a bad pick, or I can look at our matchups. So once I'm done with this screen, I've seen who I'm playing. You just want to dive into your matchup button here.
Yep. Again,
in NFL, there's not much lineup management other than, if a guy gets injured, dropping him ahead of a time and stuff like that.
Right.
But you can see, you'll always be up to date. This guy's green status, make sure they're all healthy, you can tell. And then once you're satisfied with the lineup, you let it ride, and obviously I'm quite satisfied, and I think I got you in this one. What do you think?
I really like my team. I think I have the best player at at least 3, almost all 4 offensive positions. Well, not running back. You got McCaffrey, but
McCaffrey, Barkley. I mean, it's a toss-up, but anyways, as this was a great video. I think this is our first NFL strategy video. We did an NHL one previously, so stay tuned for more of these coming out as we go through launch, go through a couple games. We'll be back with some more fresh content, so stay tuned. Thanks for listening. I hope this was helpful. Also, our podcast release every Tuesday and Thursday, so make sure you guys tune in. We'll see you then.